we've got some insane misandrist tweets that you have to see. And Amber Heard and her team are going all in on censorship of Johnny Depp supporters. You have to see. Okay, thank you for liking and subscribing. Thank you for clicking the little bell. Welcome to another episode of What's Going On? What's going on? From Jess Lepter on Twitter. A real man will pay your rent without having his name on the lease or even a key. Wow. Wow. I like my coffee like I like my men, sliding off the roof of my car as I drive away. Vehicular manslaughter. Well, I mean, obviously, unless the guy dies, then it's manslaughter. Vehicular assault. Damn. Men are not important. Men do not matter. Men are to be despised, ignored, and used. Men don't deserve credit, and we need to stop giving it to them. Let me tell you one thing. The only reason that name is covered is because I don't know the name. This is the way I found this photo. I like it when these names are shown, so you can go to these people's profiles, whether they're still whether they're still active or not. I can tell you right now, a lot of these that are misandrous like this, because that's what this is. This is misandry. And they say, oh, that doesn't exist. It's not real. Misandry isn't a thing. It's right there, man. And that's why I don't play that game with those people. I don't even bother arguing with them because they're not going to admit it's real. They know it is. And they like this. They want it this way, to be able to beat down on men every single time, at all times. That's the way they like it. And you have to accept that in your brain and realize this is how it is now. So the only way you can conquer it is by putting a spotlight on it. Oh, and this is the worst one, Dr. Charlotte Proudman. This is the woman that literally said during the Amber Heard trial that evidence does not matter. She literally said that during the Amber Heard trial. Using the term misandry to describe feminists is misogyny. Now, that right there is just a tactic. All that is trying to get people, whether it's women or men, and it's trying to get them to say that if you use the word misandry, then that's misogynistic. No, I'm not going to play your game. I'm not going to allow your little shame tactics. I really don't care what they are. And by the way, all of these have been, well, I think only 3 of them, right? Out of the last 4. The other one was from Facebook. 3 out of these 4 have all been from Twitter. And we've been talking about that lately a lot. Don't get on Twitter if this is the kind of stuff all the stuff you're going to see. This is all you're going to see, dude. Especially right now that Johnny Depp and Amber Heard is hot. This is all you're seeing. Nothing but misandry. But there's a reason that they say, oh, that doesn't exist. Oh, well, using the term misandry to describe feminists is misogyny. It's just a shame tactic. That's all it is. A shame tactic and nothing else. So this is, you see it right there, but I'm going to read the first tweet first. Men are important. Men matter. Men are to be loved, cherished, and appreciated. Men don't get enough credit, and I'd like to start changing that. And this is from Kuju Fem. I hope they die with a heart. That's misandry, man. If a man was to say that on Twitter and say, I hope women die on Twitter, right there, easy, gone, censored, shut down. You have no profile after that. But I want to make one thing very clear. I'm not here spotlighting these to try and be like, oh, men's rights. Oh, men's rights. Dude, I'm a man. I'm a realist. I know that these things exist. And I also know, like I said a few videos ago, it doesn't matter talking about it. That's why I like to show these things. So many times I've had either the female dating strategy max, and then people would try to defend that. Oh, it's not a real profile, Andrew. It's just a parody account. No, it's not, man. No, it's not. None of this is parody. None of this is a joke, man. This is how these women really think. And that's because 80% of my subscribers are women. So y'all have to understand, these are the women that you say, oh, well, I'm not on Twitter. I don't like it there. Okay, well, these people are there and they speak. And yes, this one only has 19 likes, but a lot of this other stuff gets so much engagement. Everybody sees it. Many men feel that they are unimportant, that they don't matter. Many men in this world have depression, anxiety, PTSD, and other challenges. Some feel unsupported and invisible, that no one sees their struggle. This tweet is for them. All people deserve recognition and love. And that is from Remy CRH. So then the quote tweet was from Sadie's Scene. They should suffer. We should send men to war again so they can die there. Amen. That's the way they think. I believe this is the last one. Yeah, this and then we're going to go with the original tweet. Even when women commit paternity fraud, nobody is actually being harmed. Tell that to the men who have been forced to pay child support under penalty of law for whatever. So what? This is from Lilith1 FDS. So what? Supporting a child that isn't genetically yours isn't harmful. For you to not support that child, the child would be harmed. Therefore, paternity fraud is morally justifiable. Now, essentially, it's in these like smart people terms when they try to talk all smart on this stupid fucking app because they all think they're educated, but they're all really morons. Basically, what they're saying is that if a woman goes and files for child support on a man and the child isn't actually his, which is paternity fraud, it's okay. That's what this Lilith one person is saying. And I'm going to say that again. You need to listen to these people when they say these things. You have to understand this is how they think, and they hide behind these fake profiles because they know nobody's ever going to find out who they are. And that's why when people want to say, well, no, Andrew, it's just parody. They're just making jokes. They're trying to say like the most outrageous stuff to get engagement. No, they're not, man. No, they're not. Okay, now, here it is. This is huge. This is huge. We're talking about massive. We're talking about Amber Heard and her team siding with the establishment. I've said it so many times. Amber Heard is the establishment. Twitter is the establishment. The mainstream media is the establishment. I've said that over and over, and here's proof right here from Rolling Stone. New report claims YouTube is cashing in on misogyny, racism, and targeted harassment. Now, before we get into this, I want you to see this. We all know this book. We've all seen it. Okay? And if you haven't seen it, go look at the videos. I did a whole series on this book. But you have to see what it says. And I'm going to tell you that they're using this exact tactic to try and get YouTube to take people down. Also, and this works surprisingly well, keep in mind that with the media's help, allegations against authorities, that's what this is. They're making allegations, and let's go back and read it. New report claims YouTube, okay, because YouTube is the authority. So what Amber Heard's team and Christopher Boosie bad, what they're doing is they're now speaking against YouTube, so that way the authority, YouTube, will be looked down on, and they can't have that as a company. They have to make sure that they're always looked up at in society as an amazing platform, right? This is what they're doing. Allegations against authorities can be used to motivate authority to take action. Just about any widespread allegation about authority being remiss, ineffectual, or negligent in its guardian and savior role will suffice. And what are they doing? New report claims YouTube is cashing in on misogyny, racism, and targeted harassment. I've told so many people, I've told them over and over, and they don't want to admit it because I don't know why, because I guess it's just because of a book. Dude, you need to go and read this book. You have to have this book, How to Destroy a Man. This is the book they're using. Okay, this is what they're using. These are all of their tactics. So it's right there. Allegations against authorities. That's what they're doing. New report claims YouTube is cashing in on misogyny, racism, and targeted harassment. Oh, YouTube is doing something. Oh, do you see that? Oh, there you see that? So then YouTube is they're gonna see this and they're gonna be like, oh, well, we're not doing anything. Oh, well, no, we'll go and fix that. We'll go and take that down. Dude, it's right there. It's right there. And I need you to understand, you need to read this whole book or go and watch my video, my series on it. I did a whole series on this book. It's all in here, what they're doing. So let's get into this article. On YouTube, engagement is king. The platform, which thrives on its dual status as both a social media network and news space, pays creators handsomely for making videos that get large amounts of views and interactions from any given audience. To keep the worst out, the sheer influx of content is moderated with a series of community guidelines that are intended to make YouTube a safer community, while still giving creators freedom, according to the site. But a new investigation by research firm Bot Sentinel, okay, I'm going to cut it off right there. Okay, look at that. Disclaimer, this is on Bot Sentinel's own page. In 2020, Amber Heard's legal team contacted Bot Sentinel after we published our findings on the coordinated attack targeting Lisa Page. That was some Trump shit. Amber Heard's legal team hired us. There's the connection. Right there. Amber Heard's legal team hired us. So, I'm trying not to get angry. I know, it's so aggravating. This is so infuriating, but you can't get angry because you need to stay cool and level-headed. Because if you're angry, you lose all focus. That's why. And it's just... But a new investigation by research firm Bot Sentinel found at least 24 YouTube channels with flagrant policy violations were allowed to continue posting without censure from YouTube moderators. Okay, so first of all, I think that's absolute bullshit. I think that this is one of those things just like Ilma Gore and Evan Rachel Wood. I think they're just saying that they're flagrant policy violations. I don't think they actually are. YouTube is very good at what they do. YouTube is very good. They scan all of these fucking videos. They have algorithms for that. They even have people that have to go and watch every single video. So I think this is just another one of those crying wolf. So that way they can make it seem as if YouTube isn't doing enough. Oh, YouTube isn't doing enough. No, you're not doing it. Shut the fuck up. Like, dude, it's so obvious the way that they try to do these things. And that's why I love something like that book. You need to go and read that book. So that way, when things like this happen, you say, oh, you motherfucker, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. And right when I saw that, I thought to myself, dude, that was in the book. Even more alarming, they're still getting paid. In an exclusive interview, Bot Sentinel founder Christopher Bose bad. I'm sorry. Damn it. I wanted to keep reading, but it's just, okay. Christopher Bose bad. Tells Rolling Stone that the report uncovered a pattern of unchecked hate speech. It's not hate speech, man. It's not hate speech just because you call it hate speech. Sorry. And this one, I'm going to give props to YouTube. And I'm not kissing YouTube's ass, hoping, oh, please, YouTube, don't come for me. Dude, YouTube has came for my videos before. I've had strikes. I have one, and then I couldn't get it off. I've gotten two, but I got the second one off, so now I have one. I'm telling you, they're making all this shit up so they can write their stupid fucking articles. YouTube knows what they're doing. If there was anything wrong with the stuff in the videos, YouTube would take it down. All they're doing is, oh, look, we're going to cry because we can't win the argument because Amber Heard's a horrible person, so I think that we're just going to pay to have everybody taken down and censored. That's literally all they're doing. hate speech, misogyny, racism, and targeted harassment singularly focused on famous and identifiable women. The most mentioned women in the channels were Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, and actress Amber Heard, both of whom have remained extremely vocal about the long-term and emotional effects of targeted harassment. In a review of just 5 single-purpose hate channels focused entirely on Markle, Bot Sentinel estimated the channels received about $42,000 in monthly payments. Since all of the videos run with ads, it is understood that YouTube also receives a share of the profits. See? Right there. Oh, well, YouTube is doing something wrong. YouTube, it's your fault, YouTube. Look, you're making profits off of all that. Dude, we know your tactics, Christopher Bose bad. We know your tactics, and I'm going to bust your ass out, bro, because what you're doing is all in a book, and I can't believe that you people think you're going to get away with this. You're a joke, bro. YouTube is to blame. Thank you. Bose bad. Bose tells Rolling Stone, a lot of these folks would not do what they're doing if YouTube was not rewarding them. And let's be clear here, they are rewarding them. When you allow these folks to monetize this content and you're the company that is paying them, at the end of the day, you're pretty much facilitating the harassment, the vitriol that we are currently seeing. You're damn, dude. I'm so glad I read that book. Every single time something like this happens, I just say to myself, thank you for reading that book. That's what I say. When contacted for comment, a YouTube spokesperson who has not seen the report said that the site takes these sort of violations seriously. We're committed to rigorously enforcing these policies equally for all creators and encourage any user to flag content they believe violates our community guidelines. Hey, that's cool. I totally get that. But has anybody ever noticed that there's not, I know I haven't seen them, there's not any pro Amber Heard accounts? Has anybody ever noticed that? I've never seen one single YouTube page or YouTube channel that's pro Amber Heard. Under YouTube's current community guidelines, the site prohibits malicious insults focused on famous or identifiable individuals or based on people's appearances or status, like race or being a survivor of domestic abuse. But according to the report, channels that focus their content on reactions and opinions of Markle and Heard are often allowed to post defamatory content entirely unchecked. Because it's not defamatory. These people, I swear, this has been a thing on social media lately. Everybody thinks that everything is defamatory. Oh, you defamed me. You defamed me. Dude, you don't even know what the definition of that word is. Shut the fuck up. Ugh. Others employ deceptive practices like including thumbnails that don't correlate to a video's content in order to get past moderators. According to the report, these channels aren't slipping under the radar, they're commonplace. At least 29 YouTube channels were allowed to monetize content that contained harmful, defamatory, and threatening language towards Markle, according to the report. An additional 22 channels posted at least 30,000 videos that made up 80% of all negative anti-Meghan titles on YouTube, like Booed at Buckingham, Meg Poos with Rage as Mourner Screamed, Loudest Booed, Meg Back as Queen's Dead, and She is Unwelcome. Meghan can't hide her despair over absence in Scotland after Queen Death report. Now, they're talking a lot about Meghan Markle. This isn't really about Amber Heard, right? I've only heard her name. Is Bot Sentinel paid by Meghan Markle too? I thought this was going to be a lot more about Amber Heard. The single-purpose hate channels focus solely on anti-Markle sentiments, mention negative and defamatory remarks toward Markle in 94% of all their content. Hey, Rolling Stone, do you not have people that look at these goddamn articles? I know what you're trying to do, but at least get your wording right. What's percent? You don't know how to do, you got typos? Do you have Apple? I mean, figure out something to figure out if you have words messed up here. Jeez. According to the report, 3 top producing channels mention Markle's name at least 15,000 times in videos that have received a combined 76 million views. In comparison, Bose bad, says Catherine, the Princess of Wales, is mentioned less than 3,000 times in videos discussing the royal family, and most references are overwhelmingly positive. Well, I mean, I really don't comment on Meghan Markle. I've talked about her before. But she's just, I don't know. I don't think she's a good person. I think that there's a very obvious reason why people don't like her. And I think that they're using whatever they possibly can to help her image, and for her image to not be a woman from Hollywood that wanted to be a princess and married a prince to do it. I mean, that's basically it, right? I think that they're just covering. But again, like I said a little while ago, I thought this was going to be more about Amber Heard, but apparently it's not. Cashing in on the public's morbid fascination with the Johnny Depp trial, one creator made over 128 videos making hurtful comments about Heard's body. What? And defamatory claims about her testimony. Oh my God. Oh, you're not going to piss me off today. I'm not going to get pissed off. I'm not going to do it, because last time I got pissed off like that, I got heartburn, and I'm not going to go. I'm not going to go buy Tums again. Tums is not a sponsor. Maybe they will be because of how pissed off I get. Go buy Tums and get the flavored ones. They're good, really good. They help heartburn, but you're not going to piss me off today, Rolling Stone. Within the videos, Heard's name was mentioned over 6,000 times, according to the report. Another YouTuber continuously posts policy-violating threats against Markle and has yet to be removed from the site. In one live video, the YouTuber expressed his belief that Markle deserves to be strangled to death and said as recently as Monday that Markle and her husband, Prince Harry, should be shot at dawn. Okay, well, that right there is something that's true. Strangled to death and shot at dawn. Those are very violent things. I will agree that something like that, if it is true, absolutely deserves to be taken off YouTube, because that deserves to be taken off any platform. Those are threats, dude. You see, but like I said, if it's true. Boosie bad. I'm sorry, I can't read his name and not do that. I'm sorry. I'll try to not do it the next one. Okay, Boosie tells Rolling Stone that he personally reported the videos multiple times to both YouTube and an individual at Google, but the videos have remained up. Less than an hour after a request for comment on multiple specific videos, YouTube pulled at least 2 videos down for violating the site's policy on harassment and bullying. Upon review, we removed 2 videos shared by Rolling Stone for violating our harassment and cyberbullying policies, which prohibit targeting an individual with threats or prolonged and malicious insults based on protected attributes. The YouTube spokesperson says, adding that they were still reviewing the 2 additional videos flagged by Rolling Stone and said they will take appropriate action if the content violates community guidelines. The report also detailed what it called egregious cases of copyright infringement and plagiarism from anti-Markle and royal family-focused YouTube channels. According to the report, at least 22 channels published thousands of videos made by converting news articles to audio with text-to-speech tools. That's like a thing. What are you talking about? Really? Hey, bro, that's like a thing. They literally have tutorials on YouTube how to go do that. That's how you make videos and you make money. Really? Boosie bad? You're going to try and do. That's like literally one of the things you do. If you want to open a YouTube channel and you want it to be successful, you just go and do that, and AI reads everything for you. I can't believe this is what they're doing. I thought it was going to be something real. That's what you're talking about? Oh my God. A majority of the 34,000 videos did not credit the articles or news organizations they were taken from. The videos received over 441 million views. Why should this matter to the average person? According to Boosie, a lack of follow-through with YouTube content moderation only puts the average person in more danger. That's one of those things, like, you know what they say, if the government tells you, oh, you're safe, if the government says, oh, you're safe, you know, you're not safe. Don't trust them. Oh, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Cut it out. Cut that part out. In addition to these videos pushing a narrative of racism and misogyny that could twist the viewer's worldview. Bro, look, whenever, we all know by now, bro, whenever someone says misogyny or racism, they don't actually mean that. It actually just means something that you don't agree with. We all have figured that out by now. Boosie believes unchecked policies mean a higher likelihood of targeted harassment towards all people, like journalists or private individuals. In releasing the report, Boosie tells Rolling Stone that he's not trying to target free speech. He just wants YouTube to enforce its own policies. There it is again, and it goes back to the damn book. They're calling out YouTube because they want them to do what they say. Oh, I'm so glad I read that book. You need to read the book or go watch my series because that will open your eyes. I think a platform as big as YouTube with the billions of views, they have a responsibility now. Buse Bayet says, you know this is not 1999? What the fuck? This is not the early days of the internet. Really? 1999 was the early... Bro, this motherfucker doesn't even know that the internet was around since the 80s. Really? Oh my God. A lot of folks consume their news on these platforms, and whether it's YouTube, whether it's Twitter, whether it's Facebook, they have a responsibility now to protect their users from some of this toxic stuff that's been put out there. It's only toxic because you say it is. Bose bad. Jeez. And if they're not willing to do that, we need legislation to push them in that direction. Wow. Wow, man. Look at that. My hand went numb because I'm fucking grabbing my phone so hard. I'm like literally like, oh, fucking Boosie. God damn it. Oh, and that's the end. Okay. So that's the end. So there it is. You see, they're trying to change the laws so they can tell you what's toxic, and it's only what they decide is toxic. So I'm glad we finished because damn, I was squeezing my phone so hard. Okay, well, that's going to be about it for today. Thank you for liking and subscribing. Thank you for staying with me this long. We will catch you next time.